What's up? What's up? What's up? Okay, so I'm laughing at myself coming on my live regularly now at 11 p.m. Even though I never told anybody that I was going to be doing 11 p.m. I found myself coming back 11 p.m. every day. Okay, so I hope that I adjust by tomorrow. All right. Okay, so what I'm going to do is that I am going to do a quick recap of yesterday, and then I'm quickly going to go to what I want to discuss today. Uh, Yesterday, I spoke about debt, money, the game of debt, and I explained what exactly it is that I meant. I went on to explain that it is in depth of understanding, the depth of knowledge, depth of sight. I explained to you that each problem, each crisis always has the seed of the solution. So this crisis always come with the solution, the problem always come with the solution. However, it is people who are able to see through the problem that are able to see the solution, which basically means that you can think through, that's reasoning, deep understanding. You can think through on any particular problem and get the result. I explained that, at length yesterday, telling you how those things work and everything like that. I also remember that I told you that one of the ways that you will know that you have a depth about something is if you are able to, converse on that particular subject for 3 hours, and I explained that to you. And I told you that you have to skill script. So nice to have you. I didn't think I was going to have anybody. I just wanted to put this online so that people can see it maybe tomorrow and things. So I thought everybody would have slept. Yeah. So I'm just doing a quick recap of yesterday. One of the things we discussed yesterday was that in-depth knowledge of understanding is always a good thing. Like to separate you from every other person, to give you edge. It will allow you have the kind of value that people pay for, because people don't pay for value that can be found on the surface. And I explained that to you. But today, what I want to speak about is focus. I want to explain focus, how the game of money, how focus comes to play when we talk about the game of money. And then the idea is that when people say focus, what people don't understand is that it goes so much beyond. It goes beyond not being distracted. Yes, focus means not being distracted. All right, which means that if you say focus means not being distracted, what you mean is that there are many things that are calling for your attention. So the way you focus, for example, is to make sure that you don't answer those things calling for your attention. Okay? So, however, it is possible that you have 20 things on your mind and then you have 44 things calling for your attention. So if you refuse to answer those 44 things calling for your attention, that means that some people will call you focused. Okay? But that does not mean you're actually focused. What it means, if you are focused, means that 44 things are calling for your attention. You have 20 things on your mind. You do not answer 44 things. Now, out of the 20 things that you have on your mind, you decide to count 18 or 17 or 19 out of the 20 things on your mind. You decided to count them as distraction or as things that you want to pen. So you take 17 or 18 or 19 out of the 20 things on your mind and you put them apart, and you take that one thing and you put your attention, your thought power, your concentration, your thinking, your effort, your everything. Crown Footwear, you're welcome. You put everything on that thing. When you do that, that is what it means to be focused. Okay? One of the things that focus will also do for you is that, or do generally, let me not say for you yet, because I'm not yet started talking about what focus will do for you. I was just explaining what focus is. But one of the things focus will do is that it will help you create selective blindness. It will help you create selective blindness in such that the things that you will be doing are things that you are focused on. You will not be able to see some other things. So focus also always creates blindness. Okay, the good kind, the best kind. Wale means 678. You're welcome. The best kind of blindness is the kind that is created with focus, when you don't see any other thing else other than what is right in front of you that you want to see. Now, why is focus fantastic? Why is focus really nice? Why would I, take my time and then I want to talk about focus? How dare I introduce focus into the game of money? How does focus commensurate or mean that the person will actually do fine in life or be great in life? What does focus do to that? How does focus come to that? How does it do that focus comes to that? Okay, now there's something called the convex lens. If you're a science student, you understand there's something called the convex lens. Okay, now the convex lens is the kind of lens that you use in some glasses. Okay, some glasses you use convex lens. Some glasses you use concave lens. Okay, so there's something called the magnifying glass. It just has an handle and a round convex lens. Okay, it's refractive, which means that light can pass through it. Okay, so it's like basically transparent, so light can pass through it. Now, when you go out in the afternoon and the sun is really hot, you'll be feeling a lot of heat, but everything around you does not burn. You don't see papers burning around you. You don't see leaves burning around you. It's just hot. That's what it is. And you just go. Now, if you take a plastic, a paper, or a leaf, and you put it right under a magnifying glass, what happens is that as you move the magnifying glass up and down, you will see that the sun rays that is entering the glass forms a round circle on the floor or on the material. There is a way you adjust it. You adjust in such a way that all the light rays that the magnifying glass receives, it will bring it towards one particular tiny point. So it may be receiving light from a diameter like this, but when you focus it, it will bring it to converge all of the sun rays, which carries the heat, convert them into a tiny spot. And when you convert into a tiny spot, what you will see on that piece of paper or on that nylon is fire. You will see that thing start burning. So it means that the reason the sun is not, the reason you are undermining the power of the sun is because the sun is just shining broad. The rays of sunlight is not focused on any particular person. Now, there is a popular saying that says that 6 months of focus will put you 5 years ahead. 6 months of focus and concentration on anything will put you 5 years ahead in that thing. It does not matter what it is. If you focus in 6 months, it will take you ahead by 5 years. Now, people can ask me, okay, so this focus thing, doctor, you're just talking about, Dr. Ayo, this focus that you're talking about, I don't get it. Please explain it more. Okay, so you know that when you want to dig a well, you can pay for manual labor. So let's say you pay for 5 people to dig your well. What they will first do is to ask you, where do you want us to dig? And then you bring it and say, oh yeah, dig here. A place that you have measured or they measure it? Why don't you say, dig everywhere? Because you understand that for result, the universe, everybody knows that for you to have a desirable time-based result, there has to be an area of focus. An area of focus. So they will ask you, where do you want the well? Then you take them to the back of it and say, pull the well here. And then they will start to dig in that cycle. Imagine that you didn't give them where to dig, and then all of them just keep eating the ground. This one will eat the shovel here, and then that one will eat the shovel, and then they will just eating the ground everywhere. Do you think that even if you give them 10 years, do you think you will find a well? If they are just excavating everywhere in your streets, eating this ground, moving forward, eating that ground, packing ground there, packing ground there, do you think there's going to be a well? No, there isn't going to be a well. The reason why borehole is achieved very fast, apart from the power of the equipment, is that it uses a tiny circumference of hole and it drills down. So you have seen that focus means that you concentrate energy on one spot or on one thing. Now, the sun rays is not as powerful as the human mind. Digging a well is not as powerful as the human mind. It is not the thing that is more powerful than the human mind is the human spirit. Aside from that, there is nothing else that is powerful that is more powerful than the human mind. So just imagine what will happen if you decide to focus your mind on a particular thing or subject or result for 2 months. For 6 months. You will see amazing results. You will see amazing results. You will see results that will blow your mind. You will see results that will blow your mind. Now, if water continues to drop on a particular piece of rock, it will drill a hole on that thing. People call it persistence. But you see, without focus, there cannot be persistence. You cannot say, that guy is persistence. When you say someone is persistent, you are saying that the person is devoting energy on one thing. That's what makes a person to be persistent. That's what makes people to not be surprised at your success. Because if you see somebody who is persistent, you already know that it is a matter of time before that person's become really rich, or before that person's success becomes really obvious. You have to imbibe the habit or the quality of focus, long-term focus, the habit of quality focus, taking a particular subject and saying, I want to work on this. I want to get this out. Day in, day out, this is how you win. There is no two ways to it. This is how you win. This is how you win. So a river or a river of water can cut through a rock. One other thing that you need to know is that there is this laser edge water cutting equipment that uses water that is projected at very high pressure, uses it to cut through a rock, a stone. Water. What does that tell you? What do you think that tells you? It tells you that there is nothing impossible for the person who focus. There is nothing impossible for the person who focus. Anything you focus your mind on, you will get result out of that thing. Anything you focus your mind on, you will get result out of that thing. It is just the way it is. It is just the way it is. Focus, meditation, that is how you get value. That's how you drill inside. That's how you drill into the deep. That's how you're able to profile ideas or values that ordinary people do not have. That's how you set yourself apart. You are looking at, okay, I want to jump forward in my life. I don't like where I am. Take 6 months to focus on a particular thing. You'll be amazed at the way your life will change. Take 6 months. Focus on that particular thing. Take 6 months. Focus on that particular task. Give yourself some goals. Take 6 months, focus on those goals. You'll be amazed at where you will find yourself at the end of the 6 months. It will simply amaze you. You have to understand that focus lies the magic. Inside focus, that is where the magic lies. You're wondering that people are not respecting you. You're thinking that you deserve more respect than you're getting, whether from your family members or from anywhere. You take 6 months to focus on a particular thing. If you need to excuse yourself, excuse yourself. If you need to travel, travel. If you need to be alone, be alone. If you don't want to entertain visitors, don't entertain visitors. If you want to cut time on other frivolities that you are doing, cut time. But the idea is that however it works for you, just make sure that you decide to focus. Make sure that you decide to focus. Just make sure that you decide to focus, and you'll be amazed at the things you will achieve by just focusing. Focusing is how you bring all your energy. I told you the human mind is very powerful. Imagine that, look, it is the human mind that made aeroplane. Human mind made telephone. Human mind made the light bulb, which was like very, very revolutionary. Human mind has made atomic bomb. Human mind has made nuclear bomb. Human mind does irrigation. Human minds has turned desert into forest in Israel. Human minds have created watches that can measure your heartbeat and your blood pressure and your body composition and things like that. I was watching the Samsung unfolding today, the Galaxy Watch 4, Series 4. You understand? Now, so that gives you an example of what the human mind is capable of doing. Imagine what you would do if you focus your own mind, your own capacity. Imagine what you would do if you focus on one thing. Imagine how well that will do for you. Imagine being able to jump 5 years ahead. Do you know what that means? Try and imagine what it means for you to be able to be in 6 months where you want to be in 5 years' time. Just think about it. Let me tell you, you might ask me, Dr. Ayo, if this thing was so proven and so easy, why is everybody not doing it? First of all, not everybody knows. Secondly, it is not easy because it's boring. Because people like entertainment, people like distraction. Okay? If this was a macaroni life now, you will see more people there naturally. Which is why you must understand that success is not cheap and success is not common. Greatness is not something you find all around. It is in people being able to show up, people being able to focus, people being able to do those things that look boring and does not look fantastic or does not feel entertaining. That is where the difference is made. That is where the great people are forged and the poor people are forged. That is the fire that makes the gold, stay right there, and then makes the dirt to float on top. That's the fire. Focus is the fire that determines the material that you are made of, whether you are gold or you are just chaff. It is in that. You must learn to focus. You must learn to focus. You must learn to be able to concert your effort and say, this is the thing that I'm bringing all my energy on. Trust me, nothing will be able to stand in your way if you focus. Nothing will be able to stand in your way if you focus. Nothing. Not one thing. You have to focus. You have to focus. You have to focus. You have to focus. You have to take your task, you have to take your goals out and look at them and focus on achieving them. I'm telling you, you have to look at the things that you have you have told yourself you're going to achieve this year. You have to look at them now and focus on them. So gifted, you're welcome. You have to look at them now and focus on them. We're just wrapping up. But of course, you can always still watch the video on my timeline. It's always going to be there. Well, not always, but you know what I mean. Okay, so please inculcate the habit of focusing. You want to jump forward in life, learn how to focus. Learn how to focus. You want to move forward in life fast, learn how to focus. It is in focus that you find the speed of execution. It is in the speed of execution that you learn 10 times faster than your mate. It is in learning 10 times faster than your mate that you earn 100 times bigger than your mate. So please, learn how to focus. Okay? Your task is simple. Bring out one goal or one subject or something that you want to focus on for the next 6 months. And then write out the results that you expect to see at the end of that 6 months. Capish? That's all. That's all. It's no more than that. It's not that difficult. Just like that. Just like that. And you will see how well you will set your life ahead. Thank you very much. I'm very grateful for having you guys tonight. I do not take it for granted. I am particularly, invested in your success. And yes, I will see it. I will see you make it big. It is right here that I will see it. Thanks so much. I love you. I love you so much. I'm rooting for you. See you tomorrow. Bye.